Daily, Bitcoin Pod. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis. As you can see, Bitcoin back on the rise. We reclaimed $61,000. And quoting Max from a throwback, September 19, 2017, when China, USA, Japan, and Russia enter into the Bitcoin mining space race for dominance, the price will hit my $10,000 interim target quickly. And lo and behold, we blew right past it. We'll also be discussing Bitcoin whales loading their bags, literally $1.7 billion in Bitcoin flow out of the exchanges. We'll also be discussing the U.S. court orders bankrupt crypto exchange FTX to pay $12.7 billion to former customers and fraud victims. We'll also be discussing Harris campaign's crypto reset questioned amid the Fed crackdown. I'll be breaking down her true intentions, as well as Bitcoin primed to break out and explode by up to 86%. According to crypto analyst Kevin Svensson, I'll be sharing his timeline. And speaking of bullish price predictions, Bitcoin bounces back after the market jitters, and Arthur Hayes forecasts a $1 million Bitcoin price for this cycle. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show. What up, crypto fam? What it do? Happy Stacking Saturday. Feels so good to be here. Welcome, everyone. What's poppin'? What's good in the hood? JV repping the Bean of Fire. New coffee brand from Nayib Bukele, president of El Salvador. JV is caffeinated today. I just had a cup of coffee before the stream, so expect some fireworks. Shout out everyone in the chat. We're streaming live and in the flesh on X, Rumble, and the Tube. Short Coin, Chandy 10, Bobby Digi, Steve M, Chris, FPV, DNA Noonan, LT. What's poppin'? Remember, fam, this is live and interactive, and anybody who reposts the stream over on X with a quote will get reposted. You'll get shouted out, and also be sure to follow you back. In fact, I'm about to check my X stream and start reposting right now.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating. I waited all day. Maybe I need a life, but Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
Shout out the entire Bitcoin fam. Happy Stacking Saturday. First and foremost, thank you for everyone supporting the stream and reposting. Shout out Max Kaiser. He gave me 2 reposts before the stream even started, so greatly appreciated. Shout out Chandy 10 Music. If you love Bitcoin, the best crypto pod is live now on X. Always appreciated. Chandy 10 Music. Make sure to subscribe to the #1 Bitcoin Music. You'll notice her channel pinned in the live chat on the Tube. And for those of you watching right now on Rumble or X, I encourage you to visit the direct link of the YouTube channel, cryptonewsalerts.net, and participate in the live chat, considering it's a live and interactive show, which is always appreciated. Shout out Diana Joy. Appreciate you, as always, as well. Short Coin and the rest of the fam for all the reposts. You guys are amazing. Tereza put #1 crypto news. Just reposted your family. Make sure to be following you. And as I promised, I will follow back anyone who reposts my live stream. So you're officially followed back, and that goes for anyone as well. My X account has roughly, I think, 34,000 followers, and the more we can get following each other, the better for all of us, you know what I mean? Shout out JC Ice, baby. Always appreciated. Several reposts, of course, on the stream. And to the rest of the fam, what's poppin'? What's good in the hood? What's new? Shout out Darth Melda. She's a legend. Appreciate the repost on the reposts as well. So happy Stacking Saturday. Good to see the market back in the green. Last couple of weekends, womp womp, have been pretty bearish, but we're right back in the swing of things, right back above 60,000. I did a pump watch a couple of evenings ago. We went for 38.5 hours. We pumped from 55,000 to 62. How beautiful. How many of you were on that? Let me know. Shandy says, Max Kaiser. Yeah, we love Max. He supports JV, and we support him. Thank you, Max. And I don't know how to tag Max, but he seems very awesome. Absolutely. There's only one high priest. Does anyone use the same beans as Starbucks in their grinds? Good question. coffee lovers. Been listening all 2024. Basically missed you for 2 days. Unacceptable, Un Mango. How can you miss me on 2 days? Hopefully you got to watch the replays. It was all good. Happy Saturday from Santa Barbara, California. Shout out Moonstone. I used to go to Santa Barbara all the time. I spent 4 or 5 years in Solvang and remember going to the pier in Santa Barbara with the fam quite often. It's official. Have not looked at it, but the coins I bought for over 30 days, only 5% left them to let it ride for the nephews and nieces. What was I thinking? Word up. OG Backroad Crypto Bootleg. What it do? Welcome to the stream. Welcome everyone just joining us. I'm about to pop open some of this Brew Doctor, sipping on some Island Mango. Pretty thirsty, actually. So welcome, family. And considering we're right back at 60 G's, like we never skipped a beat. Whoa, somebody just said happy Sunday. You know it's Saturday, right? I guess unless you're in the other side of the world, you may be 12 hours ahead of us. You never know.
Buying opportunity for 5th level sexy G's. What do you think, JV?
I got a new Sage stick about to be lit. We also have a new song from Chandy, never shared before. It's about Kamala Harris being an enemy of Bitcoin. We'll play it during the Rumble, so stay tuned. It's pretty fire. Santa Barbara Pier, great memories. You too. Judson, small world family.
Who cares about a roaring kitty? A boring kitty, not me.
I'm for the bitty. I'm for the nippinator. I'm for Nipsey.
Not for the weirdo.
Kit Kat Kitty.
Cat, a kitty cat. I'm for
Stacking them sats.
Stack the sats. Ain't no.
Hello from Brazil. Oliveira, welcome, brother. I approve, says Unmenko, 60 G's. It's buying opportunity. Amen. Shout out Darth Melda. Sunday, where America Day begins. Right on, I farted. Cool username. When Bitcoin will hit 100,000 is a fantastic question. According to Plan B, creator of the Bitcoin stock to flow model, as I covered in yesterday's pod. And if you missed it, be sure to check it out because it's caffeinated JV live and in the flesh right now. Happy Sasdag and Saturday. It could be happening this year, 2024. What are your thoughts, family? 100K, let me know. Here in the Philippines, it's 4 a.m. Sunday. Well, there you have it. Gert, welcome from the Philippines. Morning, Joe. What's poppin'? What's crack-a-laggin'? 61G short coin. Let's go.
Thing, baby, it's a chance to stack those sats. Chance to stack those big T's. Baby, you never heard about me with another coin. Bitcoin. I got my mind on my Bitcoin. And my Bitcoin on my mind. 60 G's, 60 G's. I'm buying opportunity. Bitcoin. But I don't sweat it because it's just pathetic to let it get me involved in that sell on the.
That's what's up. 225,000 end of the year. Speedy JV. Yeah, call me Speedy Gonzalez. J to the Danger Mouse V. Caffeinated. Being a fire. Representing. Go cop yourself some bags before they're all sold out, family. Catching up on the 2x speed. You guys sure talk fast. Ha ha. I'll keep you on your toes today, I promise. Bada boom, bada bing, bada bing, bada boom. You know what we doing. But anyways, we already got over 300 people on the stream. Not too shabby. Let's get a couple of 1,000 people on the stream. That's the goal before the end of the stream. I think we'll hit it. Especially with your help, family. Just a quick reminder, anyone who reposts the live stream, which is pinned at the top of my X profile with a quote, will get reposted, shouted out, and followed back. That's my promise to you. Even if you're watching after the live stream is over, I'll go back and hook it up. But let's get a few thousand people on the stream. Let's share the fact I'm going to be streaming for the next couple of hours. A lot of news to share, a lot of bullishness, live TA, astrology for the broskies, Q&A, all the good stuff, everything you need to know in the crypto market. Welcome, everyone. So if you're new to the channel, very important to smash the likes, hit the subscribe button, and then hit that sexy bell icon to turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, 7 days a week, just like this. Today is pod episode number 1726. I'm your host, JV. It's August 10th, 2024. Happy Sat Stackin' Saturday. It's that time. Finally, a bullish weekend after 2 bearish, extremely bearish weekends, right? So here we are. Let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. As you can see on your screen, brought to you by Coin360. We got Bitcoin in the green on the day, trading above 61,200. We have ETH up 0.7%, trading back above 2,600. Solana in the green, XRP in the green, Cardano in the green, Tron in the green, virtually everything in the green. And checking out CoinMarketCap. The current crypto market cap is sitting at $2.13 trillion. The Bitcoin market cap is sitting at $1.2 trillion. And as far as volume, we got 45, almost 46 billion worth of volume for the past 24 hours. And we have the Bitcoin dominance at 56.5%. Ether dominance is pretty low right now at 14.7%. How high do you think that Bitcoin dominance will climb for the cycle? Let me know. Checking out top 100 crypto gainers in the past 24 hours. We got Aptos up 11%, Sue up 10%, Wormhole up 8.5%. Let me know what alts, if any, you're bullish on for the bull, and I'll read those out loud after I finish this segment. And checking out the crypto bubbles to get a visual perspective on the daily. Safe to say, roughly 90% of the market in the green pumping. We love to see that. But zooming out on the monthly to get back in reality, unfortunately, the majority of the market is wrecked over the past month, maybe 85%. Roughly. And checking out the crypto greed and fear index today, we're in fear with a 40. Yesterday was neutral, 48. Last week at 37, and last month at 29. In fear. So there you have it, yo. What are your thoughts on the price action? Where do you feel the price is likely to take us from here for this month of August? Holla at your boy. And welcome everyone joining the stream. Whoop, whoop, wop, wop. JV, mess them up. August 11th is tomorrow, but I guess if you're in the Philippines, it's today. Happy 11. Someone said 11. 11 is a divine omen. JV making the news into bars. There you go. At this speed, JV ought to be done in 30 minutes. Yeah, I'm inspired by Bone Thugs and Harmony. Busy Bone on the mic. JV, you could do that disclaimer guy thing at bottom of the ads. That's right. Just like the medications that are on the TV, right? This may cause, they named 2,000 diseases which can be caused from taking the prescription drugs. Exactly. Greetings from Germany. Shout out my Germany fam. What's up poppin'? What's a crack-a-laggin'? What's happening? JV brother, 1 Bitcoin as always, 1 BTC, 121,000 end of the year. Bitcoin Las Vegas 2025, here I come. Where are all the OGs? A lot of OGs here, family. Most of my audience, I can't say most, but a good portion of you guys are OGs, early Bitcoin adopters, way earlier than JV. I know people on the channel watching every day that got in 2011. Some of y'all 2010, 2013, 2014. JV is a late adopter. Keep it 100. I didn't get started till 2017. I came a little late to the party, but a lot sooner than Mikey Saylor. Saylor came very late, 2020. He passed on Bitcoin in 2013. He has the infamous tweet, which is still up on his X account. In 2013, he wrote, I think it was in December of 2013, Bitcoin will suffer the same fate as online gambling in the United States. And meanwhile, online gambling blew up and Bitcoin blew up. So he was right. Love from Budapest. Shout out Budapest. No, JV is not auctioning off the biddy. Going once, going twice. Sold for 200,000 sats. Yes, Pats for the Nippinator 2016. Nice, Megadon. You beat me to it. I glanced at my phone today and it was 11:11. Definitely a divine omen. Always make a wish when you see 11:11, family. I mean that. What up? Nippinator's holding it down. Saylor has done more for his space than any other public CEO. Facts. 100. And he didn't get started till 2020. Let that sink in, yo. 4 years, he has accumulated his company 226,000 Bitcoin. Just announced converting some convertible notes to purchase another 2 billion worth of Bitcoin. And he has $1 billion plus in his personal stash. Hence the Giga Chad. Legend. Right? Bitcoin is priceless because it's going up forever, Laura. Really started the DCA era a few years ago. Right on. But here's what we're going to do. Keep the comments flowing. It's greatly appreciated. This is how we get a lot of eyeballs on the stream, family. I'm going to check X one more time for some reposts and repost. Mac Clements, I appreciate it, family. The repost there, brother. Holla from Cape Town. Bring it. LT just reposted your brother. JV, it's life with all the newest info about crypto and the Bitcoin community. Matt McCrae just reposted your broski. I appreciate it. And again, I'll make sure I'm following all of you guys as well. So it's win-win. We appreciate it. But anyways, let's dive into today's Bitcoin technical analysis. Check out the charts of where the price action is likely to take us next. I'll also be pulling up some of the live charts. So let's freaking go. Headline reads, Bitcoin bull bear cycle indicator flips bullish as the price holds 60 G's, baby. That's right. The Bitcoin bull market cycle indicator, which tracks the investor sentiment phases, has flipped to signal bullish conditions. Where my bulls at? Following 3 days of flashing red as the Bitcoin price plummeted to levels not seen since February. That's right, yo. We hit a low of 49 freaking thousand and then just bounced right back. Now, quoting Crypto Quant CEO, most Bitcoin on-chain cyclical indicators that were hovering near the borderline have now shifted back to signaling a bull market. Bitcoin is still in a bull market, according to Plan B. And if you missed yesterday's podcast, check it out because I shared all the latest predictions from Plan B, including he believes Bitcoin will hit 100,000 still for this year in 2024, and that will average around 500,000 per coin for this cycle. And from 2028 to 2032, he projects Bitcoin hovering at around $4 million per coin, which is a pretty lit prediction. So I encourage you to check it if you missed it. Now, Bitcoin was discounted for only 3 days, according to the Crypto Quant CEO. The analysis came after Bitcoin fell to 49.7 on August 5th. How many of you bought the dip? Holla, which is being called the Crypto Black Monday. It was the first drop below 50,000 since February, where we recaptured 60 G's. I remember it was the day after my birthday because I recall it. It was actually February 12th to be exact. Now, Bitcoin then traded below the critical key level of 60 G's until August 8th, according to CoinMarketCap. And as you can see, Bitcoin's right back above 61 G's. The Bitcoin bull bear market cycle indicator hadn't flashed a bear signal since January of last year in 2023, shortly after the FTX collapse. And it wasn't alone in signaling the bearish sentiment. As I pointed out earlier, the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, as soon as we hit that extreme fear score, we bounce, which is very typical, and hence why we love to use that particular indicator. Now, analysts are split on what's going to happen next. Some think Bitcoin's recent downturn mirrors the previous trends before the bull runs. Others are more skeptical. Let me know your thoughts. 10x Research head of research, Marcus Thielen, stated that to ideally time the next bull market entry, we aim for the Bitcoin price to fall below 40,000. Personally, I think the bottom is in with that recent 49 crash, but I want to know your thoughts, family, and I'll read that out loud in a little bit. Also, Kathy Wood's investment firm ARK Invest stated that Bitcoin's most important price supports are at 52 and 46. And then we have veteran trader Peter Brandt explained that the Bitcoin decline since the halving is now similar to that of 2015 to 2017, the halving bull market cycle, suggesting that a bull run may follow. But I want to know your thoughts. But first, let's shout out Max Kaiser because he made a bold prediction back on September 19, 2017. Here's the receipt. When China, USA, Japan, and Russia enter into the Bitcoin mining space race for dominance, the price will hit 10,000 interim target quickly. And if you guys remember, by December of 2017, which was a few months after he made this post, we hit a new all-time high, hitting almost 20,000, which was the cycle high for that particular epoch of the market. And lo and behold, the space race is incoming because now we have game theory in full effect. Russia embracing Bitcoin and crypto mining. I shared that breaking news just the other day. Trump, if he is elected, going to be embracing and stockpiling the Bitcoin. So it's game on, family. Yeah, I mean, pretty lit. And checking out some of the live chart action. Let me switch up the scene for you guys to see even cleaner. Should be able to see right about here. Let me know. So yeah, here you can see Bitcoin hovering at around 61,000 live and in the flesh, brought to you via TradingView via Coinbase Exchange. And let's zoom out from the hourly. We'll check out the 4 hour, get some different looks real quick. And I'll share any targets I see here breaking right now. So this is the 4 hour chart. Right now, pretty much sideways action Jackson, no target specifically on the 4 hour. We'll check out the 1 day chart. Again, live and in the flesh. We had a mega green candle yesterday, almost a God candle. And we define God candle as a $10,000 uptick on the daily chart. We had roughly 8,000 before correcting a little, after that. So we were very close. And that means we got the demigod candle, which is 5,000 or more on a single, daily chart. As you can see here, that big, sexy Godzilla green candle. But unfortunately, yesterday was a corrective red into where we're currently at. And there is a target, as you can see here on the 1 day chart, sitting at $47,700. And now let's zoom out to the weekly, which is one of the most bullish charts in Bitcoin because we have that sexy cup and handle target still sitting just shy of 126,000. And then we'll zoom out on the monthly, a little broader perspective. They say when in doubt, just zoom out. And as you can see here, a little sideways action on the monthly, but I am hoping for a strong bullish August close. But let me know your thoughts, family. Where do you feel that price action will likely take us next. Holla at your boy. Happy 420 family. Shout out Un Mango. Let's get it. Shout out to the Crypto Scribe. Biddy man on a Saturday night. My man from Skipton, New York to UK. Shout out my UK brethren and my New York brethren, especially my Brooklyn brethren and my Puerto Rico amigos. The Montana Trump rally was off the charts last night. Fantastic energy. Thank you for sharing, Judson. Just so you all know, if you hold 0.33 biddies, you can be called a millionaire by this cycle end in April of 2028. Thank you for sharing, Greg. Time to roar, Cecilis. Welcome to the stream, brother. Happy Sat Stack and Saturday. Smash the like for the Nippinator, the one and only Nippinator indicator representing each and every day.
It's red panty night when you sanctify me, yeah?
Back at your home with your wife. It's a celebration.
Back at home with your wife. It's a celebration.
Thank you, Connor. Thank you, Connor. Shout out Bitcoin Trini. Shout out Bitstick. What's poppin'? Keep stacking and pump goes like this. Yo, Gotti, rig it up. Rigging it up.
We've been climbing, aim for $1 million climaxing.
And shout out everyone reposting. I've been checking. I'm going to be checking my X feed throughout the stream. You're going to notice the live stream pinned at the top of the profile, and anyone who reposted with a quote, just like Cape Cod did, is getting hearted. You just got shouted out live on screen. You just got reposted, and I'll make sure to follow you back. I promise everyone who reposts my content gets followed back. So I'm now following you, family. Shout out to the K Jammy Jam. What's poppin', broski? Good to see you in here. Short Coin, thank you. And, you know, JC, the rest of the fam, we appreciate all the reposts. Just going through the feed right now. Yep, over 60 G's just like that. Bring on 70 soon enough. Thank you, Supra48. Just hit you back, just followed you back, just shouted you out, just retweeted as well. Shout out Matt Clements. Ola from Cape Town, just reposted you, broski, just followed you back, and just shouted you out. I appreciate it. And the rest of the fam for always holding it down. You know how we do each and every day. Happy Sastack and Saturday. Da-doing, doing, doing. 69 G's, baby.
Never stopping, Bitcoin is rising. We already hit 67K, and now we're in up, at that 69 speed G spot rocket ticking off. Everybody.
And if you're feeling the music, make sure to subscribe to Chandy 10 Music for the #1 Bitcoin music. Hands down, we're sampling Chandy every show if you haven't noticed. Pretty epic music, Bitcoin music, #1 Bitcoin music content creator. Hands down, you can find her at Chandy 10 Music on the tube. Link pinned in the live chat. And make sure to follow her on X, Chandy R. Gregory. And I also encourage you guys to follow everyone on X who is a moderator. You know what I mean? From JC Ice Baby to the rest of the fam. And you know it's a moderator if their name is in blue. And if you're a mod and you like people from the stream to follow you on X, you have my permission to post your X link directly in the chat. And let's get everyone to follow you guys, because I greatly appreciate the service of the moderators, because they do this for free. They're always holding it down. They're here every day for 2 hours on a stream, and sometimes they're here for 38 hours when we do the pump watches. So show them some love and big them up. And shout out all the members of the channel as well. Their names are in green with a star badge next to the name. For those wondering, why do some people got a star and why are some people's name green? Green means they're a member of the channel, meaning they support us. You can become a member of the HODL Gang, which is a channel membership for less than 10 cents a day. Truly a no-brainer, and you'll get recognition in the live chat. So there's some benefits there. And everyone, again, who is blue is a mod. And I encourage you to follow all the mods on X, because they're just amazing people. Yeah. So Tezos needs better marketing and it'll take off according to Prowse. Shout out LT. What's poppin'? What's crack-a-lagging? And plug into the... That's right. Thank you, Streamlabs, for the reminder. How is Shandy going to sound when we pump, I wonder? Asked Dan Carden. Need green. Yeah, yo. Become a member of the channel. Again, less than 10 cents a day if you can swing it. We appreciate it. And all you got to do is click the join button next to the subscribe button on the YouTube channel. The direct YouTube link is cryptonewsalerts.net. Let's get it. But anyways, Next story of the day, we do got a lot to cover as we always do each and every day. Let's discuss the latest whale activity, eh? Happy SatStack and Saturday, fam. Bitcoin whales load their bags, 1.7 billion in Bitcoin flow out of the exchanges. That's right. According to the latest on-chain data, significant amounts of the Bitty have moved out of the crypto exchanges. So the question becomes, what does this mean and how will it affect the Bitty price? Let's discuss it. According to recent data from Into the Block, more than 28,000 bitties worth $1.7 billion were transferred out of the crypto exchanges in the past week. This on-chain revelation is based on changes in the net flow metric, which monitors the amount of particular crypto sent in and out of centralized exchanges. An increase in the net flow signals that more funds are entering than leaving crypto exchanges. And on the other hand, when the metric's value falls below, it implies that more crypto assets are flowing out than into the trading platforms. And as shown on that chart, we just scroll right through here. The net flows metric for Bitcoin has been on the decline over the past few days, implying that the larger investors have been transferring their assets from centralized exchanges. And according to Into the Block, there's 1.7 billion worth of the Bitty withdrawn in the last 7-day period, which is the largest outflow seen within the time frame so far this year in 2024. Nacho keys, nacho coins, nacho keys, nacho cheese. And ultimately what that means is remove your crypto from the exchanges, because if it's not in a self-custody wallet, you don't really own it because you don't control your own private keys, family. So that's the safest thing you can do. The smartest thing is to learn how to properly self-custody your bitties. But although it is difficult to tell the rationale behind the massive exodus, crypto movements of this magnitude away from centralized exchanges typically indicate a shift in investor sentiment. Now, that's right. It suggests a change in holding strategy or even fresh accumulation by the larger investors, showing their faith and long-term promise of the Bitcoin. And moreover, the decline in the availability of the premier crypto on the trading platforms could result in a supply crunch. Supply shock, send it. Ultimately, this fall in the Bitcoin exchange reserve may trigger a surge in the Bitcoin price. There's only so many bitties to go around on the exchanges. So another thing to keep in mind, we will have a supply shock, family. It's only a matter of time as the Bitcoin supply continues to dwindle on these exchanges. Now, we already discussed some of the analysis, so we're going to skip the next segment of that particular article. But let me know your thoughts surrounding the smart money, which are the Bitcoin whales, and all of that crypto leaving the exchanges. Do you think that is a bullish sentiment? Holla, and I'll read those comments. Let's get it. I was pre-selected for this offer. What offer may that be there, little germ? If Bitcoin goes to 39, who cares? Because the world has went to off the wall, family, keeping it off the wall correctly. Nacho cheese, exactly how I was saying it, like a nacho. Nacho cheese, nacho keys, big dog. That's just how it is. I croaked your name. The Groke AI said, based on the moon thing and the fierce goddess thing, your name has a lot of history. Amen. Referring to Chandy there. 100. I have been called that from time to time, says Jay-Z. Tangem is good. There's a recommendation from Chris Robinson regarding self-custody wallets. How many of you have your Bitcoin self-custody? Let me know. Also, we have a live poll in the YouTube chat right now. I want to know, what would you rather have? $1 million in BTC, $1 million in USD, $1 million in USDT, or $1 million in MicroStrategy stock? Let me know. And towards the end of the stream, I'll be reading the results from the poll. Vans are off the wall, JV. Shit out, Bitstick. Bitcoin always a bullish word. On the way down, on the way up, on the way up, on the way down, down, up, 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 down, down, left, right, BA, BA, select, start. Boom, Contra. Give me 100 lives. Trump announced a major interview with Elon on Monday. Ooh, that's right. So in 2 days, we're going to get a big interview. Hopefully they talk about Bitcoin. I'd love that, but we'll see. You like any specific Bitcoin miners? I personally hold CLSK and BitF. Thank you, Ariel Figueroa, for sharing. If there's any of you invested in the miners, do let us know. You didn't read my comment, JV, so sad. Well, I must have missed it. I don't intentionally try to avoid anyone's comments, just FYI, especially JC, who I love. So let's see. Maybe it's not showing it. I don't know if the YouTube had to choose between making 16 Bitcoin if I chose USDT or 1 Bitcoin at $1 million. Was that the particular comment? Because that's the last comment I see from you. So if you posted something else the YouTube algorithm may have censored it because I don't see anything else. But I do see that now. Yeah, 1 million in USDT. Oh, okay. So that's your answer. You would choose the USDT and buy 16.6 Bitcoin right now. Question, why wouldn't you just take the 16.6 Bitcoin now versus the USDT? Let me know how you figure that out. Dogecoin, Cecilis, Jennifer, big ass gas fees. Right on. What up? Saga, Alpha Club. Joseph looks like he's invested in Riot, referring to the Bitcoin miners. Cold storage for the win. Amen to that, Paul. Second Tangent says off the wall. I think Incision, the one who bisects. I'm not sure what that means. Ariel is beautiful name also. I've always thought so. I knew a girl named Ariel. I have a little second cousin named Ariel as well. At church we used to go to, I thought she was literally an angel, so sweet and beautiful. Right on. That was it? Good. So you're not good to hear. I was hoping you weren't being censored. So subscribe to the #1 Bitcoin music channel. You'll notice it in that live chat. We already have over 900 people live and in the flesh on the stream right now. Thanks to you guys blowing up the live stream. So I appreciate it. Shout out Club 21. He says, I made it. I appreciate you making it. This man is a legend in Bitcoin, always entertaining. Thank you, Margin Call. Just reposted Jabrowski. I'm also following you over on X. I just followed you back, just shouted you out as I promised. And we're going to keep that commitment the entire stream. But let's get to our next story of the day. Just let me take one more sip of the island mango, please.
Knows it's the magic spot. Watch how it goes. When we hit the 69K, we will continue to grow. Let it flow.
2024 year of the dragon. So when I go, that's fire.
Flow, flow, flow. Magic cosmic fire. The rocket is fueled up. Prepare for flight. Rocket up kind of high. Darting, darting, darting.
So JC says, you didn't give me a choice to just take the Bitcoin. If I could, I would take that without buying it. Well, I think that's the first choice, no? 1 million in Bitcoin just means 1 million in Bitcoin. So you don't have to transfer or trade anything or have any fees to get the one you really want. I put that in as an option because I was wondering how many people would bet against Bitcoin dropping lower, which would maybe be a reason you would want 1 million in USDT. You know what I mean? Because it's already in a cryptocurrency. Whereas if you take the cash, there's going to be obviously a paper trail of purchasing Bitcoin. So that's why I gave those different specific options. What do the males with the tampons in the mail? Oh, man, they really put in tampons in the male bathroom? Silly. Really stupid. Really stupid. Okay, kids, how's this? If Bitcoin 2x's MicroStrategy and the miners such as Marathon and Riot and CLSK 5 to 15x, maybe so. We'll soon find out, family. But here's the deal. Let's dive into our next story of the day and discuss the FTX payback. I believe $12.7 billion about to be repaid, at least according to the headline here, which reads, U.S. court orders bankrupt crypto exchange FTX to pay $12.7 billion to former customers and fraud victims. Damn. That's a lot of money. Jesus Christ. The U.S. court ordered the bankrupt crypto exchange FTX to pay $12.7 billion in monetary relief to customers who suffered losses when the company collapsed back in 2022. How many of you remember that? Let me know. And a new statement from the CFTC says the order requires FTX to pay $8.7 billion in restitution and $4 billion in disgorgement to further compensate those who fell victim to the exchange's fraudulent scheme. Want to know the biggest winner since the collapse of FTX? Lawyers. In December of 2022, the CFTC filed a fraud complaint against FTX, its founder, Bankman-Fried, and former company executives, alleging they misappropriated customer funds for their own use and benefit. You know something that kind of went under the radar? Caroline Ellison's supposed to have had a trial for her sentencing. Never heard anything about it since. No updates. So I wonder what really happened behind closed doors, family. The regulator says that these orders resolved its litigation against the exchange, but notes that the case is still pending for SBF and former FTF executive Caroline Ellison, Gary Wang, and Ashad Singh. And my question is, what about the other Sam that got away with it? And his name was never referenced in any of the lawsuits, which is another mystery. And I'm talking about Sam. I think his last name was like Tabuco or Taboko, something weird. Anyways, he was the one with Katy Perry pictures and pictures on yachts flexing. kind of ironic that he just disappeared from the case as well. Let me know your thoughts on that mystery. The order also requires FTX and its sister company Alameda to cooperate with the CFTC on its ongoing litigation. CFTC Chairman Rostin Behan commends the development, but says more needs to be done. Quoting him here, as I have been saying for years, this is just the tip of the iceberg. In the absence of the digital asset legislation to fill the regulatory gaps, entities will continue to operate in the shadows without these basic tools of sound regulation, sharpening their deceptive practices and continuing to dupe the customers. How many of you have been duped? Let me know. The CFTC had agreed in a related settlement approved by the Bankruptcy Court for the District of Delaware not to seek civil monetary penalty against FTX and to subordinate its monetary claims to close of the victims. Now, in May, it was reported FTX bankruptcy estate estimated it would hold between $14.5 billion and $16.3 billion in proceeds by the end of September. Good Lord, so much money missing in action. I just hope those who got taken advantage of, who had their funds on the exchange, get repaid. But I also heard rumors everyone is going to get the fiat equivalent of the Bitcoin price at the bottom when it was like 16 or 17,000. How it should work in a perfect world. If you had one Bitcoin on the exchange of FTX and then they file for bankruptcy and you never got your Bitcoin and you're waiting, they should return that one Bitcoin. They should return the initial asset you had in the exchange. However, corrupt government, corrupt executives, or whoever you want to blame and point the finger at, they decided to pay you back the price of Bitcoin in fiat dollar terms at the bottom of the cycle. Now, tell me that's not corrupt. You know what I mean? Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's my understanding of how it works. That's why you should never keep your Bitcoin on the exchanges and always keep it properly in self-custody. Thank me later. Where's Sam's coworker sentence? I only heard Ryan Salam got 7.5 years. It's a mystery, Diana. It truly is. Gary G was the student of Glenn Ellison at MIT. Glenn is Caroline's dad. Thank you, Greg. That explains a lot. I mean, I can almost see pads, but tampons, where do they go? Apparently up your butt. Where else can a man put a tampon? I don't think it fits anywhere else. So Dan Carden says wrong. Let me know what you're responding to what is wrong. Sounds like a recipe for toxic shock syndrome. A trip to the LBGQ emergency room. Jen Chan was the CFO at FTX before the failure. Please explain if Bitcoin is unconfiscatable. How come the governments of the Germany had the US? Why? Because a hacker stole all the Bitcoin from, for example, Bitfinex, and then the government presses legal charges after the criminals, and the criminals hand it over so they don't spend the rest of their life in prison, is how it works. However, the criminal can specifically say, oh, I lost it in a boating accident. But if they are guilty in a court of law, they're probably just going to spend the rest of their life in prison. You know what I mean? Also, I read a story of one of the biggest hacks. I don't remember if it was Bitfinex or Mt. Gox or whomever it was, but I think it was actually the Bitfinex hat with Heather Morgan. They were stupid enough to leave their private keys like on a computer. And then the government probably seized their computers and they could recover all of the missing funds that were stolen. So if you properly, the keyword properly, 3 syllables, properly. If you properly self-custody your Bitcoin, nobody, including the government, can touch it. However, if you're stupid enough to put your private keys on a computer in a Word document or in a Google Drive or something stupid or idiotic like that, you deserve to have no Bitcoin because it will get hacked from you. Just FYI. Anyways, and in these cases, the criminal does choose to give it to the government. Boom. It's the price of the biddy on the day of the bankruptcy. So as long as you don't break the law and do anything criminal, there's no reason for the government to extort you to hand over your private keys. If you're a criminal and you're straight up murdering people and whatever, and you happen to be a Bitcoiner, they're going to come after your Bitcoin one way or the other. Just common sense, family. They stored their keys on a cloud server. Thank you. That's what I remember in the story. So correct me if I'm wrong, but that was Heather Morgan, one of the hackers from Bitfinex. So the police are probably like, wow, how stupid are they? Tampons for nosebleeds tend to just restart the flow when you remove them. You're putting the emphasis on the wrong style, Apple. Tampons should not be. Why are we still talking about tampons? This is a crypto show. Oh, to stop the bleeding when you're getting wrecked. You may need a tampon when you're ish-coining, family. Now I get it. Thank you. Self-custody for the win. Amen.
69G bound, such a fun time. Rock it up, kind of doing. 60 steady rising Bitcoin. We're on the brink, we're feeling fine. Counting down the seconds, it's almost time. Hold your breath, keep it tight. 69 G's gonna light up the night. Day up 69, pump appeal, we're on the brink, we're feeling sexy. 69 G heat, counting down, it's almost time. Hold your breath, be prepared to fly. Come alive with the big vibe. 69 G's come, young video.
And just reposting everyone as I promised. I appreciate it, guys. Anyone who reposts the stream, Silver Spike, just got shouted out, reposted. Of course, I'm following you, brother. It goes for the rest of the fam. Sergio, that's where I got this hat hookup from. If you like the Bean of Fire hat, the Bukele Nomics hat, any of the El Salvador hats, they're all coming custom made from Sergio. And you can copy yourself the same hat that I rock on the show at bitcoincaps.net. And Sergio, FYI, he makes these hats for Bukele. Max Kaiser, so he's the go-to guy, and that's where I get them directly from as well. So shout out Sergio. Let's freaking go. But anyways, fam, welcome to the stream. Over 1,100 people here live and in the flesh right now. And next, let's dive into the next story, next story. Here's the latest with Kamala Harris. That's right. She's in the headlines today. Harris campaigns crypto reset question amid the Fed crackdown. Question, do you trust this lady? Yay or nay? Let me know in the live chat. I want to know if you trust Miss Harris when it comes to cryptocurrency in particular. The enforcement action taken by the U.S. Federal Reserve against the crypto-friendly customer bank has sparked speculation that Vice President Kamala Harris' presidential campaign may not be genuine. I'm in shock. In its efforts to mend relations with the crypto industry. Now, on August 9th, Gemini co-founder of the Winklevoss twin, Tyler, took to X to highlight the Fed's actions. Quoting him here, today, the Fed confirmed that Operation Choke Point 2.0 remains in full swing, provided valuable insight into how it works, and verified that the Harris crypto reset is a scam. And I agree 100% with the Winklevoss. Let me know your thoughts. And shout out to the McFoofinator. He just became a member of the Hollow Gang for the next 5 months. Greatly appreciate your support, loyalty, and dedication to the stream family. Let's go. Yeah, so check it. The Fed's 13-page enforcement action against Customer Bank mandates it to provide a 30-day advance notice before entering any new banking relationship with a crypto company. So Kamala, just like Joe Biden, represents the central banking cartel, so I am not surprised or shocked by this. Regardless of what they say, you got to follow the actions of what they actually do. Winklevoss highlighted the broader implications of the enforcement action, stating Customer Bank is one of the few remaining crypto-friendly banks in the United States. He said that the Federal Reserve is now controlling access to banking services for crypto companies, essentially deciding who can and cannot open a bank account, thereby limiting their ability to operate. As Tyler Winklevoss points out right here in the headline, today the Fed confirmed Operation Choke Point 2.0 remains full swing, provided valuable insight how it works, and we all know anything coming from them is always a scam. He criticized the centralization of decision-making power within the Fed, arguing such decisions should be decentralized across the banking industry and make at each bank's discretion to be made. Now, Hoskinson joins the Winklevoss twins. We're talking about the Cardano founder, Charles Hoskinson. He echoed the sentiment that the U.S. currently is hostile towards the crypto industry, meaning the current administration, the Dems. Hoskinson believes that Biden's admin is actively working against the crypto industry. Of course, I mean, it's common sense, right? And this stance has not changed. He warns that voting for Harris would harm the United States crypto industry. Fact, that's fact. Implying that she would continue this perceived war on crypto 110%. There isn't a iota percentage fraction of her embracing Bitcoin when her controllers and her puppet masters are anti-motherfucking Bitcoin. Let that sink through your head, family. In a letter sent to the Democratic National Committee, Chairman Jamie Harrison, July, a group of the U.S. lawmakers and congressional candidates from various districts called on party leaders to adopt a progressive stance on digital assets and blockchain tech. But between March and August of last year, 2023, the U.S. banking sector faced a tumultuous period marked by the downfall of several banks. Yeah, the regional banking crisis, that catered to the crypto businesses. This was an attack on crypto, clearly, including Silvergate Bank, Signature Bank, and Silicon Valley Bank. Enemies of Bitcoin do not trust them, including JP Morgan Chase's CEO, Jamie Dimon. But there you go, yo. Let me know your thoughts with that. Do you guys trust Harris when it comes to crypto and Bitcoin? Let me know. Bailey, Boy Bit, Appreciate the sub, family. Respect. And thank you for joining the Hodl Gang. Again, anyone can become a member of the channel for as little as 10 cents a day, because that's all it costs to become a member of the Hodl Gang. It supports the stream and is always greatly appreciated. Excessive fiat printing is not cool. That's why we have inflation, family. She may lie, but she will never support private money. Exactly. Coffee beans have gotten really expensive so much they were removed from the CPI report. Yeah, because they love to fudge the numbers so they can say, we have inflation under control. Less than 2%. The US dollar's never been stronger. Trust me, because I'm wearing a suit. Precisely, family. CPI or PPI. Sorry for being late for the class. I was smoking what? With the bad kids behind the school. Under the bleachers. Kamala is going to laugh us into dark times. Yeah, every clip I've seen of her, she says something stupid that doesn't really make sense, and then she just laughs for 15 minutes. But no one laughs with her. And one example is when she visited the island of Puerto Rico, where JV is streaming from, and they were just bad-mouthing her in Espanol, and then she's like laughing and clapping. They're making fun of you, bitch. Yeah, I mean? But that explains her. I mean, it is what it is. Harris is shady at a minimum. The miners are churning even as we speak. Harris admin is still going after crypto, of course. Even if they pretend they're embracing it, I trust me when or I should say, you should trust me when I say she's an enemy of Bitcoin, because all of her handlers are enemies of Bitcoin. Everyone she works with is an enemy of Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, her puppet masters are enemies of Bitcoin. They're all working together and colluding to destroy cryptocurrency. So it would be in the same camp as a Gary Gensler, a Janet Yellen, a Joe Biden, etc. Yeah, I mean, 100%. No questions asked. Coffee has went up 53% in the last 2 years. Wow. Crazy. Well, I pray and thank God it's only $2.50 here in Puerto Rico when I go to the cafe and the barista hooks me up with my favorite latte using some almond milk, which I had a little earlier today. Hence, you got caffeinated JV in the building. What up, Guido? Thanks to you all. So welcoming and fun. Let's go. Appreciate you being here. Welcome home, Bailey Boy, Bit Dog. Let's go.
Wink at us, JV. We are all here. CNA fam is hooting like wise owls, feeling the thrill for that 69K milk cow. 6069 in dirty.
Just got some knowledge from Scribe, and I am following you, brother, and I just reposted your comment. I appreciate what you shared here because I didn't know that. He said, I see you rocking Bean of Fire. Did you know Making Coffee, he tagged someone named Making Coffee, has a direct contract with the government of El Salvador using their Shivo wallets, their Bitcoin wallets, to directly tip farmers through crypto? I didn't know that, but you learn something new every day. Thank you, Scribe, and thank you for sharing. And again, anyone who reposts the stream, which you'll see pinned at the top of my X profile, will get reposted, followed back, and shouted out. You know how we do. Bacon went up 71% in 2 years. Now, what if they use coffee, bacon, paper towels? They went up. Paper plates, they went up. In fact, at the grocery store I go shopping at, what used to be like $5, $6 for like 100 styrofoam plates, now it's $5. I'm just like, do I really need paper plates or styrofoam plates? I'm not even buying them no more. I'm just using my dishes at the house. I'm like, I'm not going to pay $25 for some paper plates. Same thing with like paper towels. Bounty, like the good ones, I still buy them because I need them, but it's like $25 for a few rolls of paper towels. You can't make this ish up. So some ish is up 50, 100%, 200%. But let's leave those things out of the inflation report, right? We have it under control. Inflation's only 0.2%. Trust me. These mofos. Ready rockets for launch 61,000. Does Nipsey sip the coffee as well? Chilled down, of course? No, of course not. Nipsey don't even like herb. Wait, so does JV want us to repost or not? Don't repost the stream. Whatever you do, C-List, please. I don't accept it. If anyone reposts the stream, I'm no longer your friend. How about that? Reverse psychology, obviously, right? People tend to do the opposite of what you want them to do. People don't like to be told what to do. So I'm going to start telling people, whatever you do not smash the likes on this YouTube channel. Whatever you do not repost this over on X, please. That's all I ask of you. If you can do that, we can be best friends. Shout out to the Nippinator, the one and only. Mad as a box of frogs. That is why I use my regular plates. I know, JC. I feel you. I'm no longer buying them either. It's insane. I was in shock. I'm like, who would pay $25 for some paper plates? 25? I remember when that shit was like a few bucks. So inflation is real. My dogs steal my coffee. Like, for real, they will actually drink it. How do they? Is it like a cat on catnip? If a dog is sipping on coffee, do not buy the biddy. How dare you say that? Oh yeah, don't buy Bitcoin. Whatever you do, reverse psychology, of course. Don't buy the Bitcoin. Don't buy Bitcoin, whatever you do. And don't buy the Bean of Fire. Do not support Sergio and go to bitcoincaps.net and cop yourself one of these hats. Do not subscribe to Chandy 10 Music over on the YouTube with her link in the chat. Do not do that. And do not follow my secondary channel either. That's important. Clips.cryptonewsalerts.net, where we post the short form content of the show. Don't go there. Don't subscribe there, whatever you do. They not like us. But anyways, fam, I digress. Let's move on to our next story of the day. We got over 1,300 people on the stream. Appreciate you guys here. Happy Stat Stacking Saturday. 2 more stories to share with you here, and then we'll dive into our live Q&A. The last 2 stories are always bullish, if you've noticed the pattern here in the show. So let's discuss this $113,000 target as per analyst Kevin Svensson, and then we'll discuss a $1 million target for this particular cycle, according to the ex-BitMEX CEO, Arthur Hayes, Just Blaze, and then we'll dive into the live Q&A segment of the stream. We'll kick it and also play a brand new song that Chandy produced for us, which is pretty lit. I think you guys will enjoy as well. So yeah, this headline reads, Bitcoin primed to break out and explode by up to 86%, according to analyst Kevin Svensson. So here is his timeline. He shares on YouTube that Bitcoin has formed a bullish divergence pattern on the daily chart. A bullish divergence occurs when the price of an asset is trading down or sideways, while an oscillator such as the momentum indicator, relative strength index, better known as the RSI, is in the uptrend. The signal suggests that the bullish momentum is on the up and up. Quoting Svensson here, we got actually a slightly higher low in the RSI. You could also call it flat support, horizontal support, and upon that flat support, we had lower lows in the price. That is a bullish divergence. So what is happening on the Bitcoin chart? Well, what we see is a broadening pattern of sorts. Lower highs, but even lower lows, as outlined right here. Now, a broadening pattern is a technical formation that can be viewed as a bullish continuation pattern if the asset manages to take out its diagonal resistance. Svensson says that the Bitcoin price can skyrocket by 60% from the current levels if Bitcoin rallies above the pattern's resistance at around 68 G's, baby. Quoting him here alongside the chart, going from a low of around 49,000 to the potential breakout zone at around 68 G's, and then you look for a target using that actually lands us towards $97,000. So that is the target of this pattern. And you can see me doing some wax on, wax off. I have an insane amount of gnats flying too close to my airspace, which I refer to as my mouth. And yesterday I swallowed a few of those suckers, trying to avoid it. Using the Fibonacci extension tool, the analyst says that 88,000 and 113,000 per Bitcoin are the 2 other targets in its sights, representing potential gains of 45 and 86%. Respectively. And on when Bitcoin can reach these particular price targets, here's what the analyst has to share. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It is going to take quite some time for this to play out fully. Price may actually end up, squeezing into this range between 49 and 70,000, chopping around for quite a while before getting the breakout. That breakout can take place in September, which is next month, right around the corner, 3 weeks out. But let me know your thoughts, family. Do you agree with Kevin Svensson? Do you believe we can hit this massive target? Eventually 88 G's, new all-time high, 113,000, and as high as I think he pointed out, what do you say, 119,000. Let me know your thoughts, family, and I'll read those comments out loud before we dive into our featured story of the day. Astrology for the dragons. That's right, dragon. Does Arthur Hayes even blaze? Yes. Have I ever met him or seen him? No, but I can read between the lines, and I'm pretty confident he does blaze. So every single time I say Arthur Hayes, I throw in Just Blaze. Also one of my favorite music producers, the legendary Just Blaze, so respect to him as well. But if I was a betting man, I'd say absolutely. Absolutely. 1 million Bitcoin quadrillion, 150 trillion. I like that prediction there, Bobby Digital. HODL DCA. And since the British HODL is here, I'll add, follow the 3 rules. Shout out British HODL. If he's watching, I'm a fan. Good content, family. JV, dope, Eminem track, Eminem, G-Nat. Oh, it's called Nat. No way. I never heard an Eminem track called Nat. I'll have to check that one out. Thank you, family. JC Ice's prediction, 225,000 end of the year. Now, if we hit 225 before the end of the year, where do you think we'll peak out, JC, for next year in 2025? Granted, we hit 225 this year in 2024. Year of the halving, year of the dragon. Let me know. Light the sage. That's right. I got a brand new sage. I'm going to light this mofo for the first time. Check it. Good point. Because when we lit the sage yesterday, I started swallowing less bugs. And then we're going to dive into our feature story of the day here in a moment. We're just going to light some sage, try to get rid of the gnats. By the way, 99,999 by September 1st. B-Hodl has bossy rules. I didn't know he had bossy rules. Light the sage. We lighten the sage 100%. Fire, 69 G's. Blaze the haze, the purple haze, the blue haze, the green haze, the orange haze, at your age. The freedom age. Bitcoin 83 G's. I like that number 83. 500 to 750,000 Bitcoin cycle peak for 2025. I like it, JC. I'm right there with you. Let's go. Eminem Nat is one of my top 20 favorite M songs. Wow. Which album is that one from? I'll keep it 100. I was one of the biggest Eminem fans, but I'm like old school Eminem fan. I don't think I've listened to any of the recent albums, minus maybe a handful of the singles. You know what I mean? I even remember Slim Shady's EP before he even got a record deal with Dr. Dre and like all that, like the very, very old school. Back when Eminem was spitting only positivity before he got into the whole Slim Shady moniker, I have that as well. And like every song, it's your birthday and everything is okay. Like everything's positive back then. He's like, sounds so young. But shout out to the Slim Shady. Please stand up. Please stand up. Get some of that lavender oil up in your house, JV. It repels the gnats and the other flying bugs. I need some motherfucking lavender oil. 100,000. Let's get it. Don't forget it. Where's the P.O. box, JV? I need to send you. Well, I trust you plenty, so I'm just going to give you my personal address because I'm taking too long to set this P.O. box up. So just remind me, JC. I'll give you my address, and you can send me anything you like. That goes for any of the mods. You want to send me something, I got you. One is buy Bitcoin. The others are about ishing up and being a wimp or something. I like to volunteer for an experiment. Give me 1 million BTC, and in 10 years, I'll report the results. I'll PM you the link, JV. Thank you, Bitstick. Cycle peak, meaning next halving, April 2028, 3 million or more. Why so bearish, Greg? I heard Eminem freestyle in 96. Rap Olympics, bro. Was that the motherfucking Rap Olympics? I remember he battled, what's his name? Juice. Juice is one of the illest freestyle battlers of all time. And Eminem lost. He actually got second place at the Rap Olympics. But Dr. Dre happened to be there and recognized his talent. The rest is history. Crazy, right? Although, to be honest, I'd probably have my executive assistant handle it. Word. Rocket launch. Not JV. P.O. Box 100. Stay safe, bro. As a black man. Bobby Digital. Wow, it's a good song. Never heard it till now. Stopped to listen, and he went against MAGA white supremacy. Oh, wow. Very interesting, eh? Very interesting.
Dying, it's a darting now. We've come so far, we've seen it all. Bitcoin.
Over 1,400 people live on the stream. I'm checking my X feed again right now. Live and in the flesh. Eat gnats or die, says Charlene. Everybody is here. Where are you at? Thanks for another repost. JC just reposted you. James Elsie, have a drink and get ready for the knowledge. I may have swallowed another gnat. Something just entered the throat. But I'm doing it for you guys. Crazy. Weird. Anyways. Sharpening my X pencil, getting ready to follow all JV viewers who quote to all repost. I like Charlene's attitude. So she straight up said, sharpening my X pencil, getting ready to follow all JV viewers who quote the all repost. I'll follow until X makes me prove I am human. Smash, smash. And that was in response to the stream. Very smart. I love what Charlene's doing. Shout out Tokens Magazine. Just reposted that. You guys should all do the same thing. Repost each other's stuff. Everyone will follow you and repost each other's stuff. We'll all blow up together. We're a big tribe at the end of the day. So we appreciate that, family. Let's go. But anyways, we're about to dive into our feature story of the day so we can dive into some live Q&A because it is that time. So now for our featured story of the day, Bitcoin bounces back after the market jitters with Arthur Hayes forecasting a $1 million Bitcoin price projection, particularly for this cycle. So send it and let's freaking go, yo. So as you can see, the price of Bitcoin briefly jumped above 62 G's, baby. Friday morning, which marked an upturn for Bitcoin because it just plunged to 49,000 the day before. And as I've been saying, family, expect extreme volatility post-halving because we always have extreme volatility. In fact, we went from almost 70 during a pump watch 2 weeks ago on our freaking live stream to all the way down to 49 and then right back to 62. Crazy, right? The surge of the Bitcoin performance was owed to the better than expected U.S. unemployment insurance figures that were released last week. According to the U.S. Labor Department, last week saw roughly 233,000 unemployment claims, despite economists' projections that the numbers would be higher. Bitcoin also saw at least $91 billion in trades, according to recent data from CoinGlass, despite Goldman Sachs increasing its U.S. recession forecast in 2025 to 25% from 15%, so they upped it 10%. Many analysts believe Monday's jittery market might have been an overreaction, with the Federal Reserve likely to prop up the economy next month through interest rate cuts. Moreover, we have crypto entrepreneur and BitMEX ex-CEO Arthur Hayes just blaze predicts that Bitcoin might even spike all the way up to 1 million per coin, 7 figures, baby. Let's go. Now for the kicker. During the current market cycle, 1 milli. How would that impact your life, family? Hypothetically, if we hit that target, holla, quoting him here. The Bitcoin price in this cycle is going to go very, very, very high. Hayes shared with the news recently hundreds of thousands of dollars and maybe even 1 million. Continuing his quote, there's so much debt that needs to be rolled over. We are entering a period where the global monetary architecture is completely changing. And he also says, we don't know what it's going to be, but the people who have made the most of the last 80 years are going to be very resistant to change. Must be talking about the Warren Buffetts, clearly. Anyways, Hayes also pointed out that the former President Trump's Bitcoin reserve proposal seemed improbable, quoting him here. I find it almost impossible that will get done. Even if Trump is elected, he said, you're going to need to have a certain amount of people vote for this. And if you know this is going to somehow negatively impact the U.S. Treasury or Fed or visibility to maintain the U.S. Treasury market. So it sounds like, in my humble opinion, Arthur Hayes just blaze understands the corruption within the United States government and behind the scenes with the Federal Reserve. And they're ultimately saying, even if Trump makes those promises, he feels it's virtually improbable, virtually impossible that it will actually get done because it's not in the U.S. Treasury or the Fed's best interest. And who controls America behind the scenes in the shadow government? It's the Federal Reserve, which has nothing to do with being federal. It's private bankers. It's banking cartels that control, the economy. So what if everyone embraces Bitcoin, including the U.S.? They'd be shooting themselves in the foot. You guys got to keep that in mind, family. He does make a very valid point, but let me know your thoughts also surrounding his $1 million price projection. Do you think it's a potential possibility for this particular cycle, 2024, 2025? Holla at your boy. Next halving not occurring till 2028. So the next epoch, 2028, 2032, that's where Plan B projects Bitcoin will be hovering at around 4 million per coin on average, as I covered in yesterday's pod. If you missed it, you're going to have to check it out. But there you go. Welcome, everyone, to the Q&A segment of the live show. I'm about to light some more sage. Yeah, so let me know your thoughts surrounding some of those projections and, your thoughts on Arthur Hayes, the U.S. government. Do you think they will legitimately stockpile Bitcoin as Trump promised they would do? Or do you think there's a conflict there? Let me know your honest thoughts. I'll read everyone's comments out loud regardless. So at least I'll do my best to do so. Over 1,500 people on the stream. We lighten the sage. We got the bean of fire. You got caffeinated JV. Don't get no better than that. Just saying. So let's go. Oh, no worries. If I get him high, we will all pass the firmament without him noticing. Once we are at the moon, he won't mind. Very interesting convo there. And family, we're going to be playing a brand new track in a little bit that Chandy produced. Never heard before, never played before. I just received it today. So shout out Chandy 10 Music. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, fam. She's very close to 90,000 subs. My guess is by within 2 weeks, she's going to cross the 100,000 subscriber milestone, which is a pretty big deal. So make sure you're following her. 1 million easy. My current TA target based on the BLX weekly is 3 milli by the next halving. It sits at the 1.236 Fibonacci from inception. I appreciate that, Greg. Stop swallowing flies. I wish I could. Actually, a R3. I agree, Greg. Now it's time to cruise, not the race. Felt young for a second there, yeah? Yes, JV will conclude Earth was never real then. We're in a simulation. This is a virtual reality. We're in the Matrix. We're spiritual beings, Silas, having a human experience. Is anything we truly see real? Is this desk solid or is it energy? That's my question for you. Holy ish. She got more followers than JV. That's insane. Yeah. So she started producing, referring to Chandy 10 Music here, she started producing very epic music here for the channel and uploading it to her new channel. And she hit close to 90,000 subs in roughly 6 weeks. Phenomenal YouTube growth. I've never seen a new YouTuber have that level of success, but it's just a testament to how good her music is because people love it. Our audience loves it. I love it. And the algorithm is loving it. So she's blowing up. And I love it. Only a matter of time before she has 1 million subscribers and becomes the largest, in my opinion, AI music creator. I think her music transcends only Bitcoin, though it's one of the many topics of focus, clearly, as a Bitcoiner. But it's pretty phenomenal. And AI is the future. So she's on the forefront of 2 major industries that are exploding. Bitcoin and AI. Rocket ship to the moon. But you already know that. You're on the tube, JV. Did I say something bad about the tube? I don't know why you're reminding me. Maybe I did. I don't mean to. Holy ish. Holy ish. Congrats. That's hella numbers as opposed to the dragons that are honestly a dime a dozen, but don't get into an argument with one at the bar. It is as real as you want it to be. Exactly, Dan. Pretty well said. I am 11 from Stranger Things, eh? Bobby Digi. Yeah, I know who is he. JV and CNA, teamwork. Unity of effort. Amen. 100. Big ups, JV. Big ups to the good shepherd. Big ups. Do we need any evidence that Chandy is real? I haven't seen any evidence yet. I haven't met her, but hope to meet her soon. But has anyone else met her? Actually, we can confirm. She went to the Nashville event, and you could actually see a music video on her channel right now called Nashville Bound, and she actually linked up with fellow CNA family members, so we got evidence she is real. So I take that back. She's absolutely real. 62 is incoming. You guys seen what's happening in the UK. Bitcoin is your financial safe haven from the government. 62 pesos incoming. The market collapsed on Monday was in response to Japan's economy, taking the Japanese raise the interest rates because they had no choice and tanked their economy. Didn't she have a live stream from the convention? Not a live stream. She produced a video using the B-roll from the convention. And again, if you want to watch it, I encourage you to do. It's a pretty lit song. It's called Nashville Bound, and you can find the music video on her channel. She did some videos, quite a few videos. I think more than 40 songs total on her channel right now. And Dan says she is hot. So there you have it. I think she was the pretty one, says Steve. We have the secondhand circumstantial evidence. Bitcoin near term, the CME Bitcoin future sits at 62,970. A Bitcoin weekend pump dump holds below. Good to go. Next week should be interesting, eh?
Not fall, 69K, it's a sell.
Shout out Muhammad. What up? Welcome to the stream, broski. I'm going to check the X feed again. We're still streaming live and in the flesh. Live. Thank you, Rihan. I just reposted you, brother. Make sure I'm following you. Yep, I am following you. JB, rub a whole green lime skin on the surfaces. Jamaican remedy for the gnats. Thank you. I also saw another one with a banana peel earlier. And you can put honey on the banana peel, and it becomes a trap for any flying insect. I'm like, very interesting. Other way, spray half of bleach and water in the air. I will never spray bleach in my air. I'm like anti-chemical. True story. I once dated a girl, and she was helping me clean at my house, and she was using like all chemicals to wipe down my counters. And I was like very clear. I don't believe in chemicals. Please don't use chemicals to wipe down my counters. I'm like, use the vinegar, like alternative things. And she didn't listen to me, and she used chemicals. And it was like, I got low key so heated. I'm like, I'll never allow her to help me clean again. But I'm kind of like that. I don't like chemicals. So if I have to spray a chemical in the air, I will never want to breathe in that room. You know what I mean? And I'm just weird like that. I guess I'm like Trump and JD Vance, according to the Democrats, because I keep seeing the weird campaign. I guess I'm weird too. But I'd rather just use some white vinegar to wipe down the counters. I don't want bleach and things like that. And maybe that's strange. I don't know. But anyways, Jerry Reynolds, I just reposted your brother. But yeah, so like the girl that I dated, she's like, you're going to tell me how to clean? Stop dating your maid. She wasn't a maid, bro. She wasn't a maid. She just wanted to help me clean. So she had good intentions, but I had to be clear. I don't want you to clean if you're going to use chemicals. I rather not use chemicals to clean. Simple and plain. I don't like chemicals. I'm trying to remove the chemicals out of my life. Like all the products at my house, I do my best to make sure my house is chemical free. You know what I mean? Very brave to state your political view. Good for you. Just because you're weird doesn't make you wrong. Thank you, thank you. Where were you, in Thailand, JB? No, I was in Puerto Rico. I was in Puerto Rico. It's her stump speech. Just kidding. Kind of. But here's what we're going to do, fam. We're going to continue with the uncensored version of the pod. Meaning, if you're on YouTube, you ain't got to go home. But you got to exit this mofo. Head on over to the Rumble, which is rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. Over already 1,700 people on the stream. But we're going to end the YouTube stream. But first, let me end the poll. So give me a second. I'm going to read the results. Here's the results. I asked, which would you rather have? The results are in. I said, would you rather have $1 million in Bitcoin, $1 million in MicroStrategy stock, $1 million in USD, or $1 million in USDT? And 78% of you would take the $1 million in Bitcoin. Smart choice. 12% of you will take $1 million in MicroStrategy stock. 6% of you will take $1 million in USD, US dollars, and $1 million in USDT, only 1%. So not many of you are interested in stable coins. Good to know. I appreciate it. But anyways, family, yeah, let's end the YouTube stream. So if you're on the stream right now on YouTube, head on over to rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. We're going to play a brand new song never played before about Kamala Harris being an enemy of Bitcoin. I'm anxious to share this with you guys and get your feedback. Another jam produced by Chandy. So here we go. YouTube stream is ending. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's